Every once in a while, there's an event, controversy, or scandal that takes place somewhere in the world that brings the entire internet together as they watch it unfold in real time. There was Fire Festival in 2017, the OceanGate Titan submersible in 2024, and now in 2026, we have Reckless Ben, Bricks and Minifigs, and the case of the missing LEGO collection. There is so much going on in this story because it takes place over the course of multiple years, involves a ton of characters, and there is no shortage of lying, deceit, corruption, and fraud.
Do not do that.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down.
You stole them, bitch.
But I think the number one reason why it's such a universally fascinating story to people of all ages and backgrounds is because, well, one, obviously, Ben and his team created an amazing series of documentaries that are just insanely entertaining. But two, because there's such a clear-cut, absurd, and completely cartoonish villain involved in this story. And they just make it so easy for everyone to come together and root against them. This villain is, of course, Bricks and Minifigs CEO Ammon McNeff and his buddies Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best. Every step of the way, these three stooges somehow figure out a way to make the situation worse and worse for themselves. You would think that there would be someone at this company who would have enough common sense to be like, hey, I think there's an easier way to resolve all of this that doesn't involve lying and corruption and fraud. But no, everyone at Bricks and Minifigs just kept digging the hole deeper and deeper. So let's break down how their CEO, this titan of industry, mishandled such a simple problem in his hands. How he misunderstood how much a YouTuber can affect his entire business's reputation, and how he misjudged how much his shady business practices would be exposed to the entire public because of this, which would ultimately lead to his own complete and self-inflicted downfall. And it does seem like his downfall is near because a lot of Bricks and Minifigs franchise owners, they want him out. An interview from YouTuber Collecting Weekly has confirmed that the majority of Bricks and Minifigs franchise owners want new executive leadership. A petition has been circulating around titled Franchise Owner Petition for Leadership Transition and Governance Reform, aka sign this form if you want a new leadership team for Bricks and Minifigs. This document states, firstly, that they thank Ammon and Matt McNeff for what they have built, but after careful consideration, they no longer have confidence in the current executive leadership team's ability to effectively lead the organization forward. And what's really interesting about all of this is that they state that while recent events, meaning the whole Reckless Ben fiasco, brought these concerns into sharp focus, they did not create them. Many franchise owners have experienced growing concerns regarding transparency, communication, accountability, organizational trust, and leadership effectiveness for some time. Think about those words they used there in the petition. Those failure in transparency, failure in communication, failure in accountability. And these are the exact characteristics that Ben so easily exposed in his videos repeatedly. If this leadership was actually competent and had a little bit of empathy, and maybe just the tiniest bit of common sense, the whole situation with Brian Menzel and his LEGO collection could have been resolved in what? 1-2 days tops? All they needed to do was send one person from corporate with half a brain to Salem, Oregon, sit down with Crystal and Ben, go over the inventory of products, have an adult conversation about who owns what, who's owed what, settle up the money, and boom, everyone walks away happy. What does leadership decide to do instead? They lie, they bully, they manipulate. They basically do everything in their power to do anything except for the right thing because their ego and their ineptitude wouldn't let them. So of course, franchise owners want to see new leadership. The petition continues, as franchise owners, we have invested our capital, our livelihoods, and our reputations into this brand. Trust is the foundation of every successful franchise system. And for many owners, that trust has been significantly damaged. We no longer believe the confidence necessary to move the system forward can be restored under the current leadership structure. Like I said before, one of the reasons why Reckless Ben's videos and this whole scandal became such a viral hit is because it's so easy to root against the guys who are running this company. It's united everyone together to watch their downfall. I mean, just look at photos of them. The CEO has a curled mustache, for crying out loud. If Pixar animators needed reference photos for their next evil villains, they could use these photos. And their names? Joshua Johnson, Brandon Best, Ammon McNeff. They even sound like fictitious evil villains from old school Disney Channel original movies. And man, if you think they look evil, well, their behavior is even worse. They lie to the police to try to get Ben and his team arrested. Then they attempt to drown Ben in legal fees to scare him off and to try to stop him from making more videos. It's so ridiculous, it comes to the point where you can't even believe this is actually real. It's like Reckless Ben and his team are Scooby-Doo and the gang, and the McNeff brothers are the evil characters who get caught, and they say, "And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids." But now, after Reckless Ben's videos have been seen by millions and millions of people, Ammon went on a code red damage control PR tour. He was interviewed on a bunch of news outlets, YouTube channels, and of course by CoffeeZilla. Now, I'm no body language expert, but watching CoffeeZilla's videos where he interviews both Crystal and the McNeff brothers was so interesting. You can notice right off the bat that Crystal seems so calm and collected when she's recounting her side of the story. And that's because when you're telling the truth and you don't have to keep your story straight from the web of lies that you created, it's easy to explain your side of the story. But just look at the McNeff brothers. They look worried. They look uncomfortable. They look like they're on the defensive.
Is that correct? Am I understanding that?
Yes.
And in the interview itself, they literally cannot keep their story straight. For example, the whole thing about the U-Haul rental is just so bizarre. And they keep changing their story left and right.
Like if you were to look at the footage, the ring cameras, all that stuff, you won't see a U-Haul sitting anywhere in the parking lot.
Wait a minute. Zoom in on that photo. Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit and... My gosh. There's a U-Haul in the parking lot. There actually was a U-Haul there that night. Can you clear up what that's about?
So there's actually two different things that are going on here, just to help you understand. And I don't know if...
And maybe you want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, this story is huge and complex. Maybe it's not that they're lying. Maybe it's just that they're getting some facts mixed up because there's so much to keep up with. Well, Reckless Ben has been releasing full uncut videos of his encounters with Ammon McNeff. There's clear footage of Ammon blatantly lying to the police about his encounter with Ben at the corporate offices. Now, during these encounters, is Ben a little annoying and acting like a bit of a troll? Arguably, yes, but none of that is threatening and definitely not illegal. When Ammon asks him to leave the property, Ben does so with zero argument.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later.
But how does Ammon portray this interaction to the police? He literally says that Ben threatened to burn the place down.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And it's great to know that the cop is just blindly on Ammon's side. They never even look at the video evidence Ben provides. Yet they take Ammon's word for how the interaction went down without any evidence at all. And when the cops say that, hey, we can't arrest Ben because he hasn't done anything illegal, they ask, wait, actually, did he do this instead? Because we can get him for that.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys so you're not having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction. However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you know, like, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, absolutely cartoonish levels of villainy. Now, is Ben perfect in all of this? No, I mean, he's done some very questionable things in his videos, like perform a fake lottery.
So, here's the plan.
What if we do a lottery?
Use a fake delivery man to get someone to sign a fake contract.
I made a contract with Amanda, but this only really works as a get out of jail free card if I can get Amanda to sign it. But how the heck am I gonna do that?
Hi, sorry, I got a delivery. Can I get a signature?
For some reason, Amanda just started signing our contract without even reading it.
Thank you so much.
But in the grand scheme of things, it looks like this trolling was necessary, because without it, he was never able to get Bam's attention. He literally attempted to just have a conversation with them to sort this all out, but he was denied. In an H3 podcast interview, Ethan Klein asked if he would have been sad if Bam ended up just talking to him and resolving the issue, because all the work that he had put into the documentary so far would have gone to waste. But Ben said no. The goal of the documentary was to get the Legos returned, and making a documentary about it was just a bonus. He would have been happy if they had just gotten returned.
Might ruin your video.
Yeah, but then the guy gets his Legos back, and who cares at that point? You know, like, we helped him out.
So do you
that's
make...
more important than the video, for sure.
So if you get the guy's Legos back and there's no video, do you make a video, or you just go, that was cool and we're done?
I just go, that was cool. Yeah, probably. Yeah, if they would have just given the Legos back when I walked in, I would have been like, okay, sick. Like, we drove 16 hours up here. We got your stuff back. Let's go back and do the next video, you know?
But Bam never wanted to talk to get it resolved. So he had to fight fire with fire. It was the trolling that finally brought Bricks and Minifigs' corporate leader team to the discussion table. Unfortunately, caught in the crossfires of all of this is the franchise owners themselves. And it really does suck because in the Collecting Weekly interview, they say they are constantly getting review bombed and threatened. It's literally not their fault that these things happen. And the people of the internet need to redirect their anger to the executive leaders of BAM, not the franchise owners. And again, this is why the majority of franchise owners wanting new leadership makes absolutely perfect sense. The whole way they handled this fiasco has reached to the point of no return. The McNeff brothers' reputation is tarnished now, and them being associated with the brand is too harmful for them to continue. Will their pride, ego, and incompetence let them step down? So far, history says no, but hopefully, for the sake of the entire company, they won't have a choice. In my opinion, Ammon McNeff must step down in order to save this company, and it looks like the majority of franchise owners agree.